people. Are we ready for our guest speaker? Are we ready for our guest speaker? Let me invite officially our guest speaker, Cebisa. Warm welcome. And you can start sharing your screen. I'm going to kill my screen right now so that you can be able to share yours. I've given you host rights already. So warm welcome. And first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this meeting. We truly appreciate someone like you with such a massive team that is growing super fast. I can understand how busy you are, but yet you are ready to say, you know what, Enos, I'm ready to come and be part of the meeting. So warm welcome, my leader, and the floor is yours. You're welcome.
Thank you so very much, my leader. I am just trying to share my testimony, my screen.
Perfect, it's coming.
And then I will get started. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Is it showing on your side?
Yep, it's showing.
Okay. Let me just check something quickly. Okay, perfect. Okay, I've got the right one. All right. Good evening, everybody. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here. First and foremost, I would love to thank you, Mr. Salema, for inviting me to come and share my forever story with everyone that is on here. I'm truly super excited and I feel so honored to pour onto other people because, you know, when I started Forever, it was through people's testimonies that I drew inspiration and saw that actually this opportunity does work. People from different backgrounds, you know, achieving dreams and goals that they've set for themselves through this beautiful business opportunity. So all the time I am given a platform to share my story. It really excites me. It makes my heart, you know, so happy because I know that one or two people tonight are going to be impacted by my story and they will draw belief from what I've achieved and what I have become through this very beautiful business opportunity. And thank you so much for that beautiful presentation. I was so hurt that Wilbert could not speak much about social media because, you know, as someone that joined the business while we were deep within the pandemic back in 2020 June, one of the best ways that I built my business was through online, you know. And from there, that is the only thing that I truly grew to know and understand as that's something that works really when you want to build your business. So I always say that I think about 98% of my business actually comes from social media. So there is so much power in using your smartphone or whatever smart device that you have in order to build the life that you desire for yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my forever story and my name is Cebisa Ndamase. I am born and bred in South Africa, in the Eastern Cape, in a very small town called Ngaleni, and I am currently working as a full-time physiotherapist for the Department of Health. Not so far from home, actually. I'm like 30 kilometers away from home, so I'm still based in the rural and remote areas of the Eastern Cape. And I am the seventh of 8 kids at home, and I'm 27 years of age. So the reason why I started Forever, number one, at the age of 23, I had just left university. I was super excited, you know, starting a new life, going into the workspace. I was really excited and looking forward, you know, to achieving things that I thought I would be able to achieve after completing my studies. But, you know, what happened was something quite shocking for me when I got my appointment letter and I saw how much I would get paid per month. I'm not going to lie. I'm a person who is always filled with gratitude. As someone that has been brought up in a Christian home where God was respected and where God is known to be the only thing that works, you know, I was really grateful to God. And I remember praying to God and thanking Him for affording me the opportunity to be one of the people that get to serve my community because I'm working where I'm literally born. And I'm working at a hospital where I was born, actually. In 1997, this is the very same hospital where my mom conceived me. So I was very excited. I was very grateful to God. But I'm not going to lie and just sit here and tell lies that I was happy with how much I was going to make. You know, everything changed for me when I saw how much money I was going to make per month. And I began to ask myself questions like, but Cebisa, is this the amount of money that can help you achieve the dreams and the goals that you have for yourself and your family? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, you can already think about it. It was a big no. I had to be realistic with myself and my dreams and what I would love to achieve for myself and my family. And I knew exactly that that amount of money that I was going to get paid by the Department of Health was never going to be the amount of money that would help me to climb the ladder of my dreams that I have for myself and family. And that's why I decided to start a business. And guys, let me tell you something. When you start a selling business, there is so much stereotype around it. People think selling is for poor people, people that are needing, people that, are poor, that have nothing. And over time, we really need to step away from that mindset, because I've seen so many people's life changing through selling opportunities, through network marketing, including mine. So I was like, you know what? I am going to go out there and hustle like a dropout. I remember I started my business on the 8th of June in 2020, and we were deep within the pandemic. And I thought to myself, who am I going to sell these products to? Who am I going to introduce to this business opportunity? Because people were complaining that there's no money and people were losing their jobs. But think about this. It was a perfect time for people to start supplementing their health. Mr. Enos spoke beautifully about our products and what power they have in the health of a human being, So I took that for me as an opportunity to actually go out there and sell these products to people and show people how they can supplement their immune systems during that time and boost their health so that they may be able to be strong enough to face the COVID pandemic that we're currently faced with. So I started my business, and one of the things, like I said, salary was not enough, and all I needed really was an extra 10,000 rands per month. I remember thinking to myself, God, if I can just get 10,000 rands so that I can be able to send money at home, and start with the renovations that I've always promised my parents that I would start with the moment I start working. So that was it for me. I was frustrated. I'm not going to lie. As a young person, you just started working. You just, kicked off everything, and you are here, you are frustrated. But one thing I am forever grateful for to God was the courage to go out there and seek an opportunity that could help me get out of that frustration, because it is so easy for us to get consumed, by our current situation and not knowing where we're going to go and all those things, and just deciding that, what, this is it for me. This is the life that I'm supposed to live, and just accept it. I'm so grateful to God that I never accepted that life and that situation that I was currently faced with. But instead, I went out passively actively to look for an opportunity that could help me get myself out of that frustration. And that, ladies and gentlemen, for me was Forever Living products. And people were questioning me, who is going to buy these things? We are in rural areas here. People don't have money. People this, people that, people spoke fear into me. But I remember that we are not of fear. We are not brought into this world to fear, but to have faith and believe in ourselves fully and go in the direction of our dreams. And I went in the direction of my dreams. And I thank God that I did that. Like I said, started on the 8th of June. 2020, and I achieved supervisor level in just 20 days, ladies and gentlemen, of being in the business. I achieved and accumulated supervisor level case credits, and I became a supervisor in just 20 days of being in the business. And one of the things that truly helped me when I was starting my business was to make up my mind, to say that now I'm starting a business, and I have to move like a business person. I have to invest time and nurture, this baby, because starting a business is like raising a child, a baby. It needs nurturing. You have to be there 24/7 if you want to grow it into something, that you can live by, And for me, I really didn't have a choice, because I felt that my career was not what I thought it was, and it really was not, And after 8 weeks of being in the business, I achieved assistant manager level. I believe that you've seen the marketing plan. And then after 4 months, ladies and gentlemen, of being in the business, I became a manager. And I am just going to tell you a bit of a story about my journey to manager level. So when you come into Forever, there is a marketing plan. It's outlined beautiful for you. And then up there's a question that says, where do you want to be? I remember looking at the marketing plan, ladies and gentlemen, and thinking to myself, Cebisa, where do you want to be? And at the time, when I started my business, the one goal and dream that I had for myself and my family was to buy my parents their dream car. And I was sort of pressed for it because my dad was ill. and he was ill from cancer, and his cancer was at almost terminal stages. Nothing could be done, to keep him alive. So I was like, God, there's just one thing that I'm asking from you through this business, that I may be able to afford this dream car for my parents, so that by the time my dad gives in, his body gives in to this cancer, at least he would have seen and touched that dream and felt it, because I know how it feels to get something that you've been wanting. I know the feeling I got when I graduated from varsity. I was proud of myself. I was happy. I got to believe in myself even some more, because I could see that I am able to achieve things that I set for myself. So that was my prayer. And one of the things that truly pushed me was that dream. You have to have a strong why when you start this business, because your journey is going to be different from the next person's journey. And you need to understand something, that there's going to be challenges. But if you know exactly why you are doing what you are doing, it is easy for you to stay the course, because you know exactly what you want to achieve. It doesn't matter what challenges actually come your way, you will dust yourself up and keep on moving, because you know exactly where you want to go. So for me, I knew exactly what I wanted. And I became that manager because I asked myself that question, where do I want to be? And I told myself that in 4 months of being in this business, I want to be a manager. At the age of 23, ladies and gentlemen, I achieved the manager level in our marketing plan. And the extra income that I had made during those 4 months was money that I've never seen, even from my employer. That is the power of network marketing, by the way. So, how did I level up? So, I had to make up my mind, like I said. When you're starting a new business, you're starting something new, you have to make up your mind and change the way you do things. Because if you want different results, you need to do things differently. I could not live my life the way I used to before I had a business. I needed to make some changes in my life, to make changes in my habits, and to also just leave some things, some habits, and some behaviors that were not going to help me to get to my dream and goal. So that's what I did. I made up my mind and I told myself that I'm going to be disciplined and stay, where I want to stay, so that I can be where I want to be tomorrow. And I had to pray and prioritize, like I'm saying. You have to pray. I always say, when people join Forever, they need to understand that it's like you're declaring war against yourself, because we have people that do not wish us the best in life. We have people that speak negatively about ourselves and our success that we are trying to build for ourselves. And now, if you don't cover yourself in prayer, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be in for a huge problem. So you need to cover yourself in prayer, cover your business in prayer. Pray to God. When you get that first package, put your hands on it, speak life. Speak success, speak prosperity over that box that you are going to get, and then go out there and conquer the world, because God has given us the spirit of conquering. And you need to learn the products and the business. That's what I did. I had to learn the business and the products, because I was never going to be able to sell something that I didn't know. So in order for you to level up in business, you need to equip yourself. It all starts with you. You need to equip yourself. Learn the products, get, like I always tell my team, get a 2-quire or counter book, or like do some notes and learn the products one by one. Learn them by ingredient, because when you know what is in the product and what it means for that to be in the product, then you will know exactly what the product does. So it's very important for you to invest time in learning and studying the products and the business itself. And you need to practice independence from the word go and being proactive. I remember very well, when my sponsor would be like, who can do a presentation, a WhatsApp presentation for us tonight, so that we can invite, like on Wednesday or something. And then I would always lift my hand. I would literally always lift my hand, not because I was confident enough, not because I knew enough, but because I wanted to learn. There is something so powerful about tapping into independence and being proactive. Because the nice thing about doing that, you grow and you can see where you come from. And you will always look back and be so proud of yourself. Like I always watch the videos that I used to make and how I used to explain the business opportunity. And I look at how I'm doing things now, and I'm proud of the growth that I'm seeing. So if you don't allow yourself, you put yourself in a position where you can actually gauge whether you're growing or not, you will never grow. Don't come into Forever and hide with your sponsor and hide with someone that brought you to the business. No, go out there and seek that knowledge. Like equip yourself and go out there and try to be independent as possible and be proactive. Share the opportunity. I share the opportunity with everyone. Guys, I have scripts that I would send to people. I would come back from work. I'm exhausted. COVID was really, really bad this side. I'm not going to lie to you. And when you come back from work, you were not allowed to even go into your room with your scrubs. So I had to take off my scrubs at the door, put them there in the basket where they would put by our doors, put them there, and then I go straight to the shower. I shower, I eat, and then I was on my phone until 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. some days. And I remember you've been texting people, I've been texting people all this time. And then when it is, let's say, 12, I mean, it's very awkward to text someone at 12, right? Very awkward. Why would you text someone at 12? So I'd be like, you know what? I'm so sorry for texting you at this time. I've been struggling with network, but it's only coming back now. So I'm just going to leave you this message and please get back to me when you can in the morning. I'm lying. I've been texting people since, because network marketing, ladies and gentlemen, is a numbers game. If you want to recruit more people into your team, then you need to be speaking to more people about the opportunity. If you want to sell a product, you need to share the product with as many people as you possibly can. Do you understand? So you can never recruit anyone if you don't share the opportunity. You can never sell the product if you don't share, the product with other people. Now, let's dive deep into my business accolades. I am currently a senior manager in the business. As you guys can see, I'm actually a very brand new senior manager. I just moved in January 2025, just last month. I moved up to assistant manager, to senior manager. And remember, I said I became a manager in September of 2020. Now, I want you to see something, the gap between January 2025 and September of 2020. All this time, all these years, 4 years, 7 months, planning, replanning, strategizing, re-strategizing, reviewing strategies, and trying to raise people in my team to manager level, but it never happened. But the thing with business is that it requires patience. If you're not patient enough, you don't stay long enough, you will miss your blessings when the time comes for them to come true. So I became a senior manager just last month. I had to be really patient. I had to be really patient and trust God and trust his process, because I would ask myself sometimes, God, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Tell me now. Like speak to me, like find a way to communicate with me, even if it's through a dream or something. Just show me, Lord, where am I going wrong? And sometimes it's not about being wrong, but it's a process. This thing of building a business is a process, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes God will put you in a position because he's preparing you for something even greater. Do you understand? Because I always, when I look back now, I produced my first manager in the business in November of 2024. Just 2 months, 3 months ago, my first manager. But if I tell you today, we have 7 managers under my leadership. When we were in Drakensberg recently, where I met Mr. Enos, I think we were about 5. Now we've risen by 2 more managers. Now this is the thing with God and preparation and timing. You have to wait until your time comes, because when the time comes, he will do it abundantly. I am a 3 times Eagle manager. I've qualified for my first Eagle Manager trip in 2023, yes. And then we went to Pattaya, Thailand and Bangkok. And then in 2024, I qualified to travel to Italy and Croatia. And then this year, already, the Eagle Manager has not even closed yet, because they give you from the 1st of May. For example, the next one is going to open on the 1st of May this year until the 31st of April the next year. Now, I closed my Eagle Manager, I think, in like 6 months, which is something that I've never done before, So literally, it's been so amazing, and the wait has been so worth it. Now, I'm off to Phuket in September with everyone that has qualified and those that will still qualify. Now, look at this young girl from rural areas building her business in a rural setting, smashing goals and becoming a globetrotter. Now, that is possibilities, because this business does not work according to where you are, but it's all in the mind. Right. And I'm also a global rally qualifier for 2024, first time global rally qualifier, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very excited to tell you that I'll be jetting off to Paris in France, guys. With all the qualifiers, you saw what Mr. Enos was showing here, that we're actually off to Paris very soon. And I'm super excited. I've even started with my shopping. I was looking at how people dress in Paris. It's just so amazing, like the life that Forever introduces us to. And when we used to have like regional top manager trophies, I got 6 of those in the Eastern Cape. Guys, I always say that you are never too young to work on yourself, to work on your dreams, to work on your passions. Because like I remember when I was getting these, I was like in my tender 20s. I'm now in my late 20s. I was in my tender 20s, 6 times top manager in the Eastern Cape region. And also I have been in the top 50. I've been recognized as the top 50 business builders in the whole of Southern Africa 3 years in a row. And I am currently sitting at number 30, as you see this gorgeous picture of this gorgeous lady right there holding this beautiful certificate of recognition written big number 30. I am currently with my team, of course, because this is not a one man's achievement. I could not have done that without my amazing team, the elite group. I love them so much. Such an inspiring, group of people that are just hungry to better their lives. I love my team so much. We are currently sitting at number 30. And if you see, guys, here, like it's always 3 times Eagle Manager, 3 times, top 50 business builder in the whole of SADC. And that just shows that this business is all about consistency. You don't come here and do things once. You need to push, stay in the line. You need to push to stay the course, that you can achieve even more greater things, because remember, it's all about impacting other people's lives while you're impacting yours too. And I'm a 60cc club achiever for over 2 consecutive years now. I've been in the 60cc club game. And I'm a 200cc club achiever in the business, 400cc club achiever. And God did something very massive. You see this one. I don't know. Like, I can't even bring myself to explain it. But in November of 2024, we were recognized globally as number 8. Guys, I want to tell you something. Forever operates in over 160 countries in the world. Now, these stats that you see here, this number 8, it means that my business for November was number 8 globally for open business. 27-year-old guys. You see, forever is a business for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you work hard in this business and you know exactly what you want, where you want to go, there is nothing you would not achieve. Take it from me. Take it from me. This is a girl who gets woken up by chickens in the morning and say, I don't even set an alarm. And then it's in the morning. There's goats, there's everything. But from that to this, because it just proves that it doesn't matter where you are, who you are. What matters is the mindset, because our business is the business of the mind. You have to make up your mind and go after everything that you want. Okay. And I am also a level 3 Forever to Drive qualifier. I have qualified for all the levels of our car plan at Forever. And this is something, again, that I would pray for a very long time. I was praying just for level 1, because level 2 and level 3 for me, ladies and gentlemen, seemed way too far-fetched. I thought that level 2 and level 3, those two, it's fine, God. Just give me level 1. When you're negotiating with God, God, even if it's level 1, just level 1. That was me. And I pushed. I pushed for a lot of years. 4 years. 4 years, 5 months later, qualified for my level 1 car incentive. 4 years, 6 months later, qualified for my level 2. 4 years, 6 months, 7 months later, qualified for my level 3. Now, this means that when I started qualifying for the first Forever to Drive incentive, it did it like literally I was overlapping. I was going from level 1. Next month, I was level 2. The other month, I was level 3. So you see the power of being patient and just waiting, and not just waiting, but keeping on with the basics, so that when the time comes, these things find you ready. Guys, you see my journey, like literally my journey. I see Kuma just quoted. I was about to quote that scripture here. My journey is literally a sum up of Isaiah 60 verse 22. That when the time is right, He, the Lord, will make it happen. Literally, I can't even explain what was happening when I was going from level 1, 2, and 3. Massive, and if I had not stayed the course, if I had given up because I felt I'm not even getting this level 1, would I be a level 3 qualifier today? Definitely no. There's so much power in being patient and being consistent while at it. Okay, now I'm going to show you something very incredible. Forever is such an amazing business opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot bring myself to speak highly. I feel like I run out of words, when I speak about this. And I'm just going to read the disclaimer first as I am going to show you what happened. I'm going to show you my 6-figure incomes and just the last 3 for the last year, which is October, November, December, right? But I want you to know one thing, that individual results at Forever may vary. Forever does not make guarantees on income or success. Your success in this business depends on your effort and your commitment, the skills and the leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise these qualities. So because I am making a 6-figure income does not mean that by virtue of being a forever business owner, you will just make that money. You have to work hard to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, I made just below $500,000 in 3 months at Forever. 3 months. I remember when I hit my first 6-figure income, it was 122,311 rands. This is now in rands, right? And I remember the next month, it was November. That month we became top 8 globally. Guys, I made over 200,000 rands in just 1 month. Thank you, Mr. Enos. In USD, that is 27,000 USD. And then I went on into November and I made over 200,000 rands, double 6-figure income. Double 6-figure income, guys, into my bank account. Now I think of the days when I would sit and think, dear Lord, is this even worth it? And my soul would tell me it is so worth it. Keep pushing, because building a business is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. But if you keep pushing, you keep building, you will arrive at such amounts of monies. In December is such a busy month. You guys know December. People get distracted left, right, and center. But let me tell you, I made a whopping 165,700 rands in December. This is the income that I got paid in January. So because of this business, ladies and gentlemen, I always say I am not just a 6-figure income earner at Forever, but I'm a fat 6-figure income earner. And just this month I got paid for January work over 150K. Over 150K. I never thought that at this age, these are the monies that I would be making. Thank you, Mr. Enos. So in December, that is 8,000 USD. Guys, how incredible is this? Now imagine, what would you do with so much money? I just wanted to run your imagination. What would you do with so much money as extra income? What would you do with so much money? A lot. You could achieve a lot of things. Okay, now let's come back. If you guys still remember, I said that I started this business because I wanted to buy my parents their dream car. And at the time that I was planning to buy them a car, I'm just going to tell you something. I did not even have a car myself. I was walking. When I used to go to town now, this was after the lockdown, you could move around at least. I used to take taxis, guys, to go and sell my stock in town, to go and hand out flyers and just spread the word. Because I had to balance it all out, social media and then the physical component of building a business. So I used to take a taxi to go to all these places. And I remember when I bought this car, it was such an emotional time for me because according to the doctors, my father was only left with a month to live. Only a month. And he was really so, he was not himself anymore. I could see that it's almost time. But then because I made the promise and I've begged God to make this possible for me, and God actually did. Guys, I bought my parents their dream car. And I don't like attaching age to achievements, But if you are young and you are here, I just want you to know that I bought this car at the age of 23. This was December of 2020, just 5 months after starting my Forever business. I could buy my parents their dream car. So, as I'm saying, you are never too young nor too old to work on your dreams and achieve massive things. Bought this car and it was delivered all the way from Cape Town. And we had to go and collect it in one of the towns here in the Eastern Cape. And I had spoken to my father's doctor to say that I just need him for a day. And at the time, he was oxygen dependent. So he could not leave the hospital without having oxygen, right? And I went on, I bought the oxygens, I bought everything that the doctor said that I needed before I could take him out of the hospital. And ladies and gentlemen, I remember just going to the wards to go fetch him in a wheelchair because he couldn't walk anymore at the time. He was not fit enough to walk. And then I parked his wheelchair in front of the car. And I was like, Dad, here is your car. And then he was like, he called me by my name that he fondly called me with Toti. I'm like, Toti, this is Audi Q5. I'm like, yes, it is Audi Q5. And I know how much you love it. He cried. And that moment for me truly changed everything for me. You know, it changed my belief in forever. It changed everything. And I always say that I look back to that day and all the time I draw strength from that. He spoke so many blessings with that, my dad, over my business. And he told me that I could never fail at anything in life. And whenever I'm faced with challenges, I always revert back to those words that you are the one who can never fail at anything that you are doing in life. I respect Forever Living so much. And I always say that this is, you see, this achievement for me is like my lifetime highlight. I will never forget this day. And I will never forget Forever for what it has done for me and my family. And so some of the family oriented achievements that I've achieved. After my dad passed away, I'm from royalty. Not the rich royalty, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want you to be confused. Don't be confused. Not the rich ones from TV. You see the ones from Nigeria with the nice dresses. We're not that kind of royal. We're not that rich royalty this side of the world. But my father was a paramount chief. You know, he was a paramount chief. He was in like, you know, he was taking care of some, what do I call them, localities around. Yeah. So after he passed away, things were very hard. I'm not going to lie. The department started not paying the income because when you are born royalty always stays in your family, this side of the world. And now it started being tricky because they were trying. Thank you, Promise. Yeah, he was a headman. So when he passed away, they tried to take that away from us. And my mom is not working or anything, you know, he just has like small businesses because he's such a hardworking woman. That woman, I'm so inspired by her actually. And they tried to do that. And for 2 years, guys, we were busy fighting something that didn't even need us to fight. And I remember telling my mom that you are going to worry about one thing. You are going to worry about us getting back what is rightfully ours. But one thing that you are not going to worry about is money. I asked my Mom, how much was Dad getting paid per month? She told me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a stop order every month on the 15th because we're used to your husband getting paid and you being able to use that money for some things that are known to you. I am going to pay you that amount of money. Guys, I went into the bank. I made that stop order. So I literally became my mom's employer because of Forever. You know, she would cry all the time the money came because the moment it clicked on my account, it would click on her account as well. You know, she would cry every month until I was like, okay, you need to get used to it. You really need to get used to it by now. like we're not gonna cry every month now, are we? Are we gonna cry every month? So I love my family so much and I work so hard because I want my family to live a life that we never lived, you know. And I love taking my mom on staycations because of this business, I love to take her out. And during her healing stages, I used to take her out more often because I wanted to take her mind off things. And I helped my mom renovate our home. Our home is so beautiful. It has tiles, nice post what tiles that I didn't even know. And just recently, I just installed the remoted gate system because I don't want my mom to be getting out and in of the car because of that. I don't know what wiring system they still need to put, but it's not currently working, but it's already installed, and the guy is just gonna fix whatever needs to be fixed. And my mom is gonna be that girl now, she's gonna come home by the gate, press the remote, and then the gate goes. She doesn't need to hooter for the kids, come open for me. No, not those things. And like I'm like a sole breadwinner at home. And I always say to God that I understand why you have put me where you have put me. I understand why I am blessed the way I'm blessed. My heart, for me, my success is my family's success. If my family is okay, then I'm okay. If my family is not okay, then I am not okay. So I am paying for my nieces and nephews' school fees. I have a late sister, Sister Cebisa. She was literally like my older twin. I loved her. We were so close. And I remember before she passed on, she held my hand. I was, guys, when you just get responsibilities, when they just give you responsibilities out of nowhere and you're like, why me? But God chooses his best soldiers for all these things. And she held my hand and she was like, baby, please take care of my kids. And I was like, why are you asking me to take care of your kids? Is it because you'll be here to take good care of them? Ati, we don't know. I am really not okay. This headache is killing me. She died from headache. And right now, I've put my one niece in varsity. The other one was just sending me emails today. She wants to go to a fashion school. I'm that cool aunt who wants them to do the things that they want to do. I don't want them to do stuff that are accepted in the society. I always ask them, is this what you want to study? Don't do things because this is what's normal. You don't have to go out there, be a lawyer now, be a doctor. Like, find something that you love. Tell me what moves you. What would you love to do? And she told me this one that she wants to be a designer. And she's actually the one that I'm taking with me to Paris. She loves fashion, guys. I always told her that you'll do so good in the fashion industry because you are so passionate about this. She turns everything into a nice outfit. You can give her a t-shirt, she will do whatever she can with that t-shirt. And I was just looking at her school fees. She was feeling sorry for me. She even cried, but auntie, this is so much money. Her fees like 130K per year. And I'm like, but for your future, I would pay my last cent for your future as long as you promise me that you're gonna get there and do what you are there to do and focus on the things that you are there to do and come back with that, diploma in fashion and become the person that you've always wanted to be. So because of Forever, I'm able to do those things and it makes me so happy. Like, it makes me so happy because I'm able to provide for my family. I'm able to provide for my nieces and nephews. And that is something that truly makes me so fulfilled in life. This is my beautiful, gorgeous mom. Love her so much. These are some of the staycations that I've taken her to. On the other picture, on the green dress, we're in Sandton in Gauteng. I was actually arriving from Namibia and I booked her a flight to come to Johannesburg because I wanted to take her for very nice massages and all these things. And there in the middle, we're at some hotel around here in Umtata. I called her and she was feeling so down. And I'm like, girl, let's just go out, let's sleep out and all these things. Like, I love doing this with my mom. She's like my best friend. I always say to people, like, my mom is my best friend. So my finances after Forever Living, I started saving at least 30,000 rands monthly since January of 2024 until September of 2024. And because my income started to increase tremendously, I was like, let me also increase how much money I put into my savings. I started saving like 100K per month because of Forever. Like, I am able to save 100,000 rands per month. And I have a huge investment fund, guys, because of this company. And I recently, excitingly, bought shares in one of the most legit companies. And it's one of those companies in the food market that you know that they will never go anywhere. And I'm praying to God, I'm really praying to God. I want to be like one of those big shareholders and all those things. And I know with God it's going to happen. And now that I've started, I know that it's going to happen. And this is the project that I've done in 2022 already. Built a hostel from scratch, and I have kids renting in this very hostel, ladies and gentlemen. And then I also bought this place. It's in my hometown. My hometown is currently developing so much, and also because I want to grow my career and I want to get out of here. I'm busy in the. You see the green space there now. It's no longer green like that anymore. I'm busy there. I'm building like a health and wellness center. You know, the whole yard has changed now, but I will show the results once everything has been done. But like I'm gonna have my own physiotherapy practice there where I'm gonna hire someone to take care of it. There's like a wellness spa that's gonna be happening because physio is hand in hand with wellness and these spa things. And also I'm gonna have like my salons and all these things that I have planned to do. And that project has kickstarted. And because Forever is paying me so much money, like I always cry and I'm like, yo, the way I'm buying things cash, it's amazing, you know? So I'm so grateful to this opportunity. Truly, Forever has changed my life. And guys, because my business started growing, you know, I had to travel more. I decided to buy myself this beautiful, gorgeous beast. Yo, I call her Black Panther. Guys, this car is amazing. I love it with all my heart. This car, it's a very stunning black Range Rover Evoque, cream white inside. Beautiful. It's cream inside. So beautiful. It lights up so beautifully and it makes my heart so happy. And when I look at this, you know, car, I see the power of Forever. I see the power of God. I see the power of hard work. So if you want to drive that dream car, my darling, you're at the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, you are at the right place. This company will give you the best of the best when it comes to life and dreams. I thought that I would drive a Range Rover in my late 30s. But can you believe that this Range Rover is actually my first car? Leave my parents' car. This was my first car. You know, they always say starter pack, give VW, it's a Polo. You have no at Forever. We start there. And the nice thing about, you know, pushing yourself and pushing your limits and just challenging yourself, because for me this car challenges me so much. Because now I know that after I change this one for my 30th birthday, I have to do bigger. Do you understand? I can't go back. Like, what would that be for forever? And, you know, even for me, it won't make sense. Now I dream in color because of Forever. I know that my next car, guys, is a Range Rover Sport. Yo, you know, oh my God. Guys, and I know Forever is going to do it for me. In the next 2 years, in the next, 3 years, I'll be turning 30. And I know that one of the birthday gifts I'm getting myself is a Range Rover Sport. Still black in color with red seats inside. I have it in my dream board. I look at it every day and I'm like, one day you are going to be mine. That is the power of visualizing your dreams and setting standards for yourself in life. You have to know exactly what you want. Don't go on at autopilot in life. Know exactly what you want and go after that, you know? So this is my beautiful baby. And I always say, like, when I drive in this car, people look at me like they're seeing, you know, a lawyer. Sorry, not a lawyer. What's this? Like, they always think that I am, what's this? Like, these counselors, man, from our ANCs and all these things. And I'm like, no, it's just me. This young girl who took forever and worked her business so hard, you know, Forever is amazing. And then after buying that car, you know, I realized that now because I have deliveries to make, they think that I'm a politician. Exactly, Coombs. Thank you. They think that I'm a politician. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just a young girl who decided to just chase their dreams through a network marketing business that worked for them. And then because, you know, I felt that my car, you guys can see my car, it can't park anywhere and everywhere now. And sometimes when I'm going to buy bread, because I'm staying in like rural areas, deep rural areas, I have to go to you know the Pakistani shops and all those things that are around us. And I just felt like, no, this car is too big to be seen like everywhere like this. So I went and bought myself this small car, guys, cash for deliveries. I remember when I went to buy it. You see, when I have my short hair, when I have a wig, at least I look a bit older, you know. But the moment I have short hair, I look like a baby girl. I was like, no, no, no. I went like this, went to the dealership, told them that I wanted to buy a car, just a small car, you know. And I remember I had gone to Johannesburg for our success day weekend here. And I thought to myself, oh gosh, I'm already here in Johannesburg. Let me look for that small car. I didn't go to Joburg to buy this car. I went to attend the event at Forever. And but because I was there and money is not really an issue in it Forever and you're working hard on your business, guys, I went and bought this car. And I remember the guy that was helping me. He was so funny. He's like, ma'am, do you have your documents? I'm like, my guy, I don't need documents, you know. I don't need documents. I'm buying it cash. Looks at me. He's like, ma'am, I'm like, yes, I'm buying it cash, you know? So because I've been saving and setting money aside to buy a small car, I was like, okay, let me just buy this car. And I called my banker because, guys, through Forever, I'm a private wealth account holder. You know, I have my own private banker. I speak to someone when I want to do things. I don't have to go and queue in the bank. Now, your Forever is amazing. You know, my dad died with a gold card at FNB. I was like, I'm gonna do it for him and everybody else in my family because today I'm a private wealth account holder at FNB. I'm like a VVIP, guys, at FNB because of this company. I can never take credit, but it can only be Forever, truly. So I bought myself the small car. And guys, I'm a traveler. You know, before I joined Forever, no one has ever had a passport at home. I'm the first person to hold a passport at my home, you know, and that for me was a big win because today, as I'm speaking, my mom has a passport because we have a trip coming soon as a family. My niece that I'm taking to Paris with has a passport. Now, this is the power of Forever. When you are achieving things at Forever and you're working on your business, you are not just doing it for yourself, but you are also paving the way for your family, even the generations to come. You know, because when I grew up, I had no one to look up to. Do you understand? When as far as traveling, so traveling was never a thing for me. Like it was never like like a big goal that I wanted to achieve. No, really, it wasn't. But it came with just working hard, qualifying for the trips, and actually tasting the life outside South Africa. And I was like, this is what I want for myself and the generations to come. So you become a generational curse breaker in your family when you are working hard on your business. I've broken the curse of not traveling in my family. Now they know. And they start to dream in color. Even the kids that are growing up at home, literally my nieces and nephews, they dream in color because they've seen the possibilities through me. So if you're in this meeting and you know that there is something, you know, there's something that you want to break, a curse that you want to break in your family, I, I kid you not, join this business. And we can bet today, I can bet with my income, with my six-figure income. If you're saying, like this business, like I will tell you that it is going to work for you and you are going to break those generational curses. You are going to break them through Forever. Nothing is impossible. Been to 5 countries, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been to the exotic Drakensberg here in the KZN in South Africa. And I've also been to Nice and I stayed in one of the most elite and beautiful rooms in Nice. It's called the Cove. Yo, it's so hard to get a booking there. Literally, you will be put on a waiting list for 10 years because it's so elite like that. So I've been there as well. So traveling has been so nice. And this was me in Thailand. I remember when I just arrived in Thailand, there was my name on the big TV screen and I couldn't believe it. Now that's the power of hard work. Your name will travel into spaces you've never set your foot on. So if you work so hard, you are going to be spoken of in rooms your foot has never set. Your name will travel and get to places that you've never been to. Guys, I was there. It says, welcome to Royal Cliff Hotels Group, Miss Cebisa Ndamase. I was shocked. And I remember not wanting to touch that remote or that TV because I wanted to see this every day because it did something within me. Forever is really an amazing business opportunity. And I remember I took a trip to Namibia. Guys, I went to Namibia not knowing anyone in Namibia. I had no prospects in Namibia. I had no one. But because I felt that it was high time for me, this was 2022, it was high time for me to go out there and build my business outside of South Africa. I did exactly that. I remember I went to Namibia not knowing anyone. But the most beautiful thing about trusting your God and trusting yourself and trusting in your capabilities, this was the turnout, guys, of the first presentation I hosted in Namibia, after being there for a whole week, having back-to-back meetings because of the power of social media, because I was posting on Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok, telling the Namibian people that I am in Namibia and that if they want to learn about an opportunity that could liberate them and create fortune for them, they must come. And people from Namibia are always so hungry. They are always so excited. I fell in love with Namibia. I always say that Namibia, I think for now, Namibia is my favorite country in Africa. And when I look at this presentation, it really, and everything that happened in Namibia during that time, it reminds me of the scripture in Isaiah 45 verse 2, which is the scripture that I actually read before I left South Africa to go to a foreign country where I knew no one, just to go there and build my business. This scripture, when it reads, guys, it says, I will go before you and will level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. If you never go, if you never plant yourself in spaces, then how will God level down the mountains for you? How is He going to do it? Because you are not positioning yourself for God to do those things. So you have to go out, guys. Believe, have faith, and go out there and see if your life is not going to change. And if you are not going to change people's lives. I don't know, I'm missing the one picture here, but also a highlight. I was so honored to be part of the first ever masterclass to be hosted in Namibia. It was so amazing. As you can see, I'm with these amazing ladies, and it was such a powerful event, guys. First of many, and that for me was a highlight in my journey. And I opened an incentive in my team, because when you come to Forever, we appreciate hard work at Forever, because Forever, like it teaches us how to live life, how to live with people, how to be a human being and appreciate people for their efforts. That's what we do as the leaders as well. We appreciate your efforts. We show you love because you deserve it. You've worked so hard to achieve perhaps something that we've said, if you do this, you're going to get that. I opened a trip for Mozambique and only one person qualified. And because only one person qualified, I didn't say, no, it's going to be boring. We went to to Mozambique with my business partner, and we had a time of our lives, ladies and gentlemen. And this also was me in Italy and Croatia during our Il Manager trip, looking so beautiful, visiting toppest attractions and most beautiful places. If you see the first picture, guys, that is, I think, Villa de Este? Yes, I think that's Villa de Este. Villa de Este. These are places that we see on Instagram, celebrities and all these things, but through Forever, anything is achievable, guys. Forever is making us live a life that we never thought was for us. And when you come into Forever, rest assured, you are going to be met with an amazing community of people that will support you. We have a very rich team culture, even in my team, and I've seen other teams with very rich culture, and I'm learning from other people as well in the business on how to lead a team, how to be an amazing leader, a present leader, an appreciative leader, because at Forever, we get appreciated from the top management going down, So when you come into Forever, rest assured, you are going to meet sisters and brothers that are not going to just allow you to be there by yourself, but that are going to support you in your journey, that are going to help you unlock your dreams, and just be there for you. You will never be alone at Forever Living. We don't do that. Now, let me tell you about some of the tips that I've used to become successful. You have to decide with conviction. If you want to be successful, decide with your chest, say it with your chest, put it out there and tell yourself that you are going to stop at nothing to achieve what you want to achieve, and be a good storyteller. Come and tell us your story. Your story is it's like your blueprint. It's not the same as anyone's story. It's special. It's important, and it relates to someone. So come at Forever and tell your story of why you are here and where you want to go. Share that excitement with the people. And even stories will definitely recruit for you, because when you tell a story, you are relating your story to some, and you will never know who is going through the same thing that you are going through. And you need to plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So if you don't plan what you're going to do on your business every day, every week, every month, every year, you need to know you need to create a mind map as to where you want to go and what you want to achieve and when, and plan around those things. Speak to your sponsor, be close to the person that brought you to this business, because they want only the best for you, and show up daily. If you come into this business or you're in this business, you need to understand that you have to show up daily. And you guys, literally, as I'm about to close, I just want to tell you that you need to design your life. Stop sleepwalking and living on autopilot. Stop being pushed around by situations, by circumstances. Build the life that you desire for yourself and your family. Build that life. You've got it in you. Go out there with intention and design the life that you love. Don't live the life that you can live, but live the life that you have built and designed for yourself, because you can do it. I've seen us do it. You also can do it. And nobody sets the rules, guys, but you. Literally, you can design the life that you want and live a very fulfilling life. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cebisa Ndamase, and I will do forever living forever. And we have come to the end of my testimony. And I just want to say again, thank you so much, Mr. Enos. I hope I didn't eat too much of time. Hopefully I didn't, but I think I really tried to be as quick as possible. And I'd love to just truly thank everyone who's been here listening to my story, getting inspired, and I truly wish to see you on the other side, guys. There is so much room for everyone at success. Like we're waiting for you. It's getting cold without you. We would really love you to come and join us in this beautiful business opportunity and change your life and impact other people's lives out there. We truly believe that Forever is one of the most beautiful business opportunities that have ever been introduced into the network marketing space, and we have no doubt that you are going to smash it. So go get that form or go get signed online and start your business. Abort fear and apply faith in everything that you do, and see yourself, see your life transforming into something very beautiful. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the love. Truly appreciate it. Yeah. I think I'm going to give it back to Mr. Enos Salema